on YouTube? It's your buddy Wolf from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. As always, come check out the website, sign up. It's free. You can talk in the forums. Otherwise, you can still check the forums out, check the postings. This was sent to me by two people. My buddy Kjell and Christopher sent this to me. I'm not sure if it's hit the boards yet over on Facebook, but this is one of the new MAHLI cam shots from the actual rover. And what's neat about these shots, how they come in, they're supposedly saved at 95%. If you go by photo forensics, we've been doing. Here's the actual picture here. All you gotta do is check the description below, and you'll see it. Notice how it's upside down. It's because the MAHLI cam's on the end of the rover arm, so it sits and locked into position. And we get some of the best shots we've messed with from these ones right here. So here's photo forensics. As always, you can see the ELA from here. We've been using this a lot. Here's a JPEG, 95%. The mass cam shots are coming back as only 70%. So we're really losing a lot of it. Now, in this picture, when you read about it, this is supposed to be pretty much thorough the whole way through. So there looks like there is still manipulation going on these pictures, but not nearly as much. And this has just got some awesome stuff in it. Rubble on Mars, Uncle Jake's junkyard. I don't know what to call it other than that. Looks like the remnants of statues, all sorts of different type of architecture. And it just showed up here over the years, probably on this hill. Look at some of it's even buried in over here. Wait till you see this. Maybe this is the monument. We're just looking at a bunch of sand. Um, if you back out of it here, let me see. That's not a perfect. This is how it is because they came. I flipped it over basically. And here's how it comes directly from NASA. Oops, and it would have been flipped over. And basically all I've done was counterclockwise, I think 25% or 30% on here, and that's what's happened. And then I've also turned it a little bit with my, I've got a trackpad here, and with Photoshop you're able to do a little turning. So here's how it came from it, and here's what I thought, you know, to me, that was about the orientation I thought that it looked like. So enough of that. Let's get up close on some of these things and really take a look at them, and just to see that this stuff looks like it was part of something at some time. You know, I always do my channel. We do anomalies. Um, this here's pretty interesting. This almost looks like this belonged upside down in a statue, maybe, or something along those lines. I see what I see. You see what you see. I just wanted to throw that one out there because it's pretty cool looking. I've got the sharpen tool up if there, to try and give it a little sharpen if I want to try and sharpen anything. It's got an interesting piece up here. And when you really sharpen some of these things up, because we get a real hazy blur back from NASA, and we always have. We're getting really used to these pictures that come like that. We haven't seen one that hasn't. Um, but to me, a lot of this stuff has shape and looks like rubble from something else. Like look at this piece right here. Um, right in the middle of the circle there. Now I'm gonna make it pretty big here so you can see it on the screen. It looks like there's two circles in it right there, right in the middle. Um, what is that? Is that just a standard rock that's just floating up there? It looks like it's floating in a sea of anomalies. That's all I can say. Up on top here, look at these very kind of rounded, cylinder shape, symmetrical. Here you've got interesting patterns in a rock. Now, if this was just a rock sitting somewhere, let me see if I can sharpen it up some. A little bit. I don't want to lose all the color out of it. Let me go through. There's what it looked like from NASA. Here's how it looks when you start really pulling it out. This one, you can see how it pulls that out. It's amazing what's actually in there. That's what came from NASA, and that was with a little bit of auto correction. It doesn't take much, and you can see where it looks like they've used their blurring techniques throughout it. I mean, look at that. Uh, Look at some of these pieces. Let me get my little pointer back in here so you can see that. So I can point at stuff. I want to point. Look at this. It almost looks like tubing or, I started looking at a lot of pictures on Earth lately, and there was a really neat thing I saw on the Sphinx, just the whole Giza Plateau. And the, looking at some of this stuff from a distance and zooming in on it, a lot of this stuff looked to be just like this when you zoomed in on it. Now, I go outside and I take pictures of the mountains all the time. Like this is a great time of year to hit up Skyline Drive, and I'll probably do that here shortly, where I'll go down and take some pictures. And when I look at the rocks and the natural rocks, they don't seem to be uh, scattered around like that. And like I said, this is a whole other planet, but you don't seem to get all the symmetry, especially when you've got stuff looks like it's buried in, half buried in. Look at this piece up here. Let's go take a look at that one. Um, After we show you this one right here, check that out. To see how this kind of has like little, like whatever this is, it was patterned out. There's angles in it that look to be, that were worked, looked worked. I don't even know if we're looking at it as all stone. I mean, anything can be made to look like stone. And I'm going to make some videos here shortly. I've been talking about this for years. Just turning normal pictures of everyday life into Mars with just a couple filters. The Mars that they show us, NASA, JPL shows us, this. This Mars right here, that color. It's easy to make anything look like that with just a very couple simple, easy to use filters. You can even do it on your cell phone now, and you can make your own Mars shots and hide anomalies in it. It's uh, it's pretty easy. Check that out. Let's see if I can. Oops. All right. I thought that just looked kind of cool. Oh, that's a rubber stamp tool. I was wondering why that was so big. I must hit that one on accident. I just want to try and sharpen that up a little bit. I mean, that is cool. It just looks like I mean, it looks ornate. Everything seems to have had some sort of purpose at some time. And I might sound like a broken record here and there, but let's look at some of this stuff on the hill here. This would still keep going on. Um, this is until right here. This is actual hill pieces right here. Watch. See, that's the background behind it. This is just where the picture was cut off. So you just see my cat sitting up here looking at the mouse, wanting to take off at it. So that's why I just wanted to point that out to you. So look at this stuff just kind of randomly coming out of the hill here. There's not much random to it. I mean, it's got, shapes. There's like a circle right in the middle of my circle. There's two spheres. There's two lines that are right above it. Stuff looks to be ornate. I mean, it looks like statues and stuff you'd find out throughout the world, and it looks to be buried, just like we find here on Earth. Buried stuff everywhere. Look at this. This is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't speculate on faces much, but this thing right there just kind of looks like the half buried face. Um, I say that too much too. I don't know how you guys watch these videos. I love you guys for watching them. If you made it this far in, you're awesome. A lot of times, like I said, the YouTube now shares the videos more on how many retention time you have. And when you put out 30-minute videos, a lot of you guys, and I don't blame you, just come here, check out the anomalies, skim through it, and go. All right, kitty, kitty, you trying to leave on me? Let me put you back behind me. Okay. Hey, everybody. There you go, girl. Sorry. You can meet Mama Bear. She's the reason why I've got 6 kittens here over the years that have turned into huge, big, fat cats. Um, they're indoor, outdoor, spoiled, rotten. Now look at this stuff up on the hill. Now let me flip to my other color right here. I like it like that. This stuff here, now this showed up in a bunch of pictures now. This isn't part of the rock. This is part of how it used to be. That was about 25% of what I turned over. They're just in some of these pictures for some reason. I don't know why. They're in a lot of the mass cam shots. It makes them look really ugly and really hard to see through. Sometimes you can blur the picture first and it'll go out, but I just thought this whole debris over here was interesting, especially if you break it down like piece by piece. It looks like it belongs somewhere else. Here, this looks like the face of something. Um, like I said, I try to stay away from faces, but here you've got on top of this piece right here, there what looks like a snake carved into it. Heck, it could be a snake for all I know coming around. A lot of people say they see little animals, little people on the planet. I get those emails every day, and I think sometimes people get upset when I won't say it. I just always try and say, I see what I see, and you see what you see. And sometimes I just don't see that. I just, or if I see it there, I haven't seen it enough. I know that it's their blurry pictures. What they're sending back is so it gives us a lot to speculate on, um, but it's so blurry and so tinkered with that who knows? You may be right, I may be wrong. There might be little people in these pictures, but I like to keep it all in fun and spirit. I don't want to. I don't like the negative stuff that goes on. I mean, it's amazing in this whole community of Mars people now that have started looking at these pictures. People argue about that stuff. Like, some people see little guys, little things holding up things. But with all this symmetry and all this in one area that this rover's found in all the missions, who's to say? I think it's too blurry to see stuff like that, unless it's absolutely perfect. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people have better eyesight than I do. So, and I look at stuff on this 26-inch screen. Sometimes it's better to look at stuff on the my little iPad and stuff. So I see different things on different screens. So a lot of this is what our mind does. But then you get like all these shapes that are just strewn about all over Mars, especially a picture like this where you just got interesting boxes. Now, and this random rock. Look at this random rock that has one, two, three, four cuts in it, little striations. And it's almost. It looks like at one time it came up to a perfect point at the top. And I say to myself, that's been carved into it. That looks to me like it's been carved into it. It doesn't look like it's some sort of natural strata piece somewhere. I look at this right here, and this reminds me of something that I would have you know, when as a kid carved out or put stuff together, slap crap together. This I was always trying to build things, even and invent things when I was younger. I mean, I've taken my radio flyer and must have taped so much crap to it at one time. When they took my stairs down from a new house, I tried to build a boat out of it. Yeah. How they take the stairs and they pour the concrete into it, and they actually make the stairs. Then they have this pieces of wood. Well, me and the girl across the street tried to build a boat out of it. You should have seen it. It looked like one of these things strapped together with stuff. And once again, we could be looking at just simple old plain rocks, but the more and more when I see see this looks like a nice, perfectly rounded off rock. The more I see where it's the odds have to be tremendously high that you would see, five, six, seven anomalies in one little picture. Anomalies that I think you could pick out five anomalies in here to say, hey, that doesn't seem right to me. That looks a little bit more man-made. Like this thing right here is a very interesting piece. It almost looks like some sort of metal or something. Here, and it's buried. We don't even see what the rest of it is. Here is very interesting. It's got a perfect circle in it. And then one, two spheres, and then another oval in it. Very interesting. Here, you've got what seems to be a piece. This comes up. There's this almost has a 3D look to it across the back. It looks like this is you could actually have something down in the middle of it, and it comes to something. Three. So I mean, it doesn't take much looking at pictures. Now, even if four of the one, even if three of those five turn out to be, oh, that's nothing. That's just this type of geology. Well, you still have the other two. So, and a lot of times they'll just use the people who want to debunk this stuff will use the all time debunking. Oh, that's just your matrixing, your eyes are seeing faces, lights and shadows. That's it. So, what's this nice beautiful green-eyed looking thing? That's pretty cool looking. Just let me see how that came from NASA, how that actually looks. They're just bright. Do do do. Much brighter than what's around it. Technology is amazing, what we can actually pull out from these pictures and what's really behind them. Now, here's where we started. Where was it? Up here. To me, I thought this was cool. There's just a lot in it. what a neat box or whatever this thing was. Definitely looks to have all sorts of dimension to its shape. Here you got an oval, it goes up, there's a circle here, a sphere in it that seems to be posted onto something. It comes up, there's two more spheres there. It goes, here, make it big for you guys. It goes up, there's more spheres. Down on this piece, it looks like it runs like almost like a hose, cut into it. What's it do? What was this, maybe part of a machine at one time? Could have been. Tell you what, some of the stuff we've seen, especially out of the rock nest areas, looked so interesting, so intricate. Um, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Like I said, I think I kept you guys talking long enough. Like I said, I showed you this one. There's still two more I want to show you. I got so many videos I need to make. I need to get back to the moon. There's just so much going on with these things, so much going on in regular life. This is the time where everything is going on here. I got to start mowing the grass. We're getting stuff together. My air conditioner broke. Started out the AC for the year wasn't working. Turned out just to be capacitor. Thank you for YouTube. I tell you, YouTube, if you would need something breaks in your house or something, you could go right to YouTube and figure it out, no matter what it is. That's how I fixed the pool liner last year. Well, I put a new liner in. It was with YouTube. Let me flip this little guy around so you can see what I thought looked like the head of something. I think it looks like the head of something. That's just my opinion. And that right there to be next to something that would have a uh, a piece of some sort of rock or something that comes up and around like a perfect, perfect oval on top of something. Instead, the odds just start getting to be way too high. You can't have that. Look at this stuff. There's not. They just don't show up. You can't go take a picture of nature unless it's got vegetation or something in it and find these type of where you see what I'm seeing here. This is just looks like tubing type stuff. You just can't find that unless it's growing, living root stuff like that. And we might be looking at that through the veil of the color. I think we're most likely not. I think basically there are other places. Look at this here, even here where you can say where I said there's these striations right there. These almost they look like spheres as they come through. That's what it looks like more to me, like one, two, three, four, and they're just cut out. Um, when you look here, you can see more of the same type of it. So I don't know, guys. Leave a comment below as always. They thank you guys, Chris, Kjell, you guys rock, sending stuff over. Everybody who's supported What's Up in the Sky, you guys are awesome. The website is taking off. There's a new group on there. If you're into swapping pictures and stuff, come join the new Facebook group. The link's on the description. If you're just wanting to get the like the article updates and stuff like that from the website, just hit like on, go to the website and or just type in facebook.com/what's up in the sky and you're gonna find it. So check this out. More of the like I said, more of the tubing stuff that where if you go outside take pictures, it's hard to find stuff like that unless it's life. Like I said, unless it's some sort of root or something. But once again, as we go through some of these weird, look at this head. This box or whatever this is up here has what looks like a table. You could if it was turned over a little bit more like this. I mean, you could put something in it and the liquid would hold in it. So, all right, guys, much love to you. Check the website out for all these little anomalies. I'm going to put up a bunch of enhancements in them as always. It's always good talking to you guys. Monday night, much love to you. Peace.